Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Saints and the Cards.
And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And now that he's back at full health, they're expecting Kyler to get back to being the superstar playmaker that they drafted. Make no mistake about it, when he's fully healthy, there aren't many quarterbacks who are as dynamic as he is. And if he's able to stay on the field, this team has a real chance to make some noise.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Murray. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Fights through him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Murray going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brian Brzee busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Murray now. And they'll get this down to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
The pass caught by Olave. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Defense.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Carr going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, it's Carr. And I think the ball's out. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long.
Under pressure, they got him again. B.J. Ojulari getting in there and dropping him. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. Greg Dortch deep for Arizona. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
He's got this downfield to McBride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack goes to Chris Barnes. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Another run here with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw, Ritter. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A give left side for Benson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Ritter will set up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Isaiah Foskey brings him down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. There's the stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rattler. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Ritter.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Isaiah Foskey
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Ritter back to throw.
And the pressure gets to him again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, I need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Now Rattler. Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. To the air is Rattler.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
They'll set up a throw. touchdown. Kendre Miller from 8 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The point after, good by Groupie. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ritter now. Open man, here's Benson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Ready?
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense and running back Kendre Miller ready to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ritter from the gun. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ready. Go. Quick. Yellow.
On the give, it's Benson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man,
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They'll go again with Benson. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
There's a short one caught by Ryman.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A handoff here to Benson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Check White. Ready.
A give. Here comes Benson.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Ritter to throw it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A 58-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
From the shotgun, Rattler into the hands of Perry, complete.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Here's Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kendre Miller,
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. This is Benson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They run over center with Benson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Carter.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A give up the middle with Benson.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Going for it. Here's Benson.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
False start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Screen play set up for Williams.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Rattler wants to throw it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Throwing is Rattler.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Saints on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll try the left side with Carter.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Colin Saunders in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A 52-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now Rattler. They'll find Miller. That's complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 2nd and 3. To the air is Rattler.
That's the tight end, Jesper Horsted. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now it's Miller running right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll run it again with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down 20-13, just over a minute 40 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Ritter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Ritter looks to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with no timeouts and where the football is on the field, now they're in a really tough spot.
Because a field goal finishes them, right? If they give up 3, it's over, let alone trying to get the ball back. You're exactly right. Very difficult situation. All they can do is go all out when the ball's snapped and try and pop it free and get it back for themselves.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Glendale.